Hello everyone, my name is Castor and I am rebooting my YouTube channel by playing an old classic beloved by so many. This is Secret of Mana. Now, my favorite game of all time is the sequel to this game, but if it weren't for this, I would never know about Trials of Mana. So I figure, why not start with one of the most beloved games of all time? And the intro. Darkness sweeps across the troubled land as Mana's power fades. People await a hero who will wield the sword. Excalibur, Herald, Gigas. The blade has had many names, for it has been celebrated in myths and legends throughout time. But all of these speak to just one weapon. The Sword of Mana. And, without further ado, as the music crescendos, let's get right into it. Now, I am currently playing on the Nintendo Switch version of the Collection of Mana, and I will be using the default character names. Why did it delete? There we go. And the young man is known as Randi, spelled with an I. That is the canonical spelling. Alright. And without further ado, once again, let us begin. Using the power of Mana, a civilization had grown strong. In time, Mana was used to create the ultimate weapon, the Mana Fortress. This angered the gods. They sent their beasts to destroy the fortress. A violent war racked the world, and Mana seemed to disappear. Before all was lost, a hero with the Mana sword smashed the fortress. Though civilization had been destroyed, the world was peaceful again. But time flows like a river, and history repeats. Hey, guys, wait up! Shh, be quiet. The elder will find us and he'll be mad. Yeah, we're not supposed to be here. There's a ghost around. You really didn't believe that? People say that to scare us. But our grandma says something about a shiny object near the falls. That must be some kind of treasure. We have to find it. Help, guys. I'm falling. And they dip. Ow. Phew, no way to get back up. Now what am I going to do? Alright, so I don't know how Randi survived. No clue. But I can actually press the A button and dash in one direction. I can't change my direction while dashing. That feature was not implemented until Secret of Evermore. That's about the only thing I can do right now. But this game was such a masterpiece for its time. It blended the action elements of Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past with the RPG elements and storytelling of the Final Fantasy series. Randi! Randi! What? But, yeah, as I was saying, it blended the action elements of blended the action elements of Zelda with the storytelling of Final Fantasy, and this game's localization was done by a one Ted Woolsey. If you know that name, you know how notoriously bad his translations are. The village is this way. I have to find something to cut through. There are a lot of 90isms. Like, this game is very 90s. Now we can go up this way, but we're blocked by the lily pads. We have no choice. We are basically railroaded into pulling out the sword. Randi, remove the sword. Who are you? And what's this sword doing here? Huh? Ow! That light, it's so bright I can't see. A ghost! Randi, it is I who asks the sword. What? Say what? You mean this sword? Yeah, say what? Yeah, it is a very much a 90ism. The brilliant light is gone in an instant. I have to get back. Alright, and now we have our HUD and Ring menu. Alright, so if we take a look at the weapon, we can in fact see we have a rusty sword. We can also look at Randi's action chart, where he is currently set to keep away from enemies and guard. But Randi is a fighter-type character. He is better with strength stats. He is kind of your tank melee fighter character of the game. And he is going to be doing frontline fighting at all times. So we're going to set him to attack. Now, controller edit. If you wanted to change or check the controls, you go here. Window edit. Now, I always usually come here. There we go. I want to change the background. Now, unfortunately, there is no solid opaque color like there is in Secret of Mana, Secret of Evermore, sorry. I'm going to be doing that a lot, so do forgive me. Now, as I was saying, there is no solid opaque background like there is in Secret of Evermore, but we can at least change the borders and the background to something a little bit less... Oh, interesting. It automatically changes it. Kind of like that one. They don't have anything super thin like there is in Secret of Evermore. Secret of Evermore was a very good, in my opinion, a good upgrade on this game. We can also change the color by holding A, Y, and X and shifting it. I like to set it about... let's get a little bit of red in there. There we go. A nice purple. And we press start to exit. We can also set our equips, but we only have the overalls. Targeting. Here we see statistics. As you can see, Randi's strength and agility are his best stats. His hit percentage is fairly okay, and his evade is pretty high. Also, what else do we have? That is about it. We can change weapons here in that ring menu, and that's about all we've got so far. So let's say we begin our adventure. Alright, now, this game features a sort of stamina system. Unlike in Legend of Zelda, where you can just swing wildly like this and do full damage on every hit where the enemy doesn't have iframes, that's not the case here. I can cut through with this sword. If I swing, Randi starts charging up back to 100%. Whoa! What's a rabbit doing in a place like this? Now, see, I did 14 damage with that hit. 18 damage. That's what happens when you let it charge to full. Now, let's say I just sit and mash. I'm not doing nearly as many. Or, I'm not doing nearly as much damage, but I am hitting more often. Typically, I've found that it's better to wait till it hits 100% and then attack. Although, as you just saw, the hit detection in this game is a bit jank. And no, they did not fix that for Secret of Evermore. Although I do forget if this game is on the SNES Mini. Because I know I debated playing it there. I think it is. I know Final Fantasy VI is in its original SNES translation. But I don't know if Secret of Mana is. Alright. Whoa! And here we get a treasure chest. Now, fortunately, the treasure chests do not become become trapped until much later. Okay. I do love the minimalistic HUD in this game, as opposed to like Legend of Zelda, where you've got so much on screen. You've got your life, your items, you've got, you know, all of your rupees, your arrows, bombs, all sorts of stuff, just all on screen taking up real estate. Whereas in this game, you have your portrait, a little gauge, and your health, and that's it. I love that. Now, you probably noticed that when I defeated those rabbits, forest, off limits. Oops. You probably noticed that when I defeated those rabbits, my weapon leveled up. It is now level 1. I can perform a level 1 sweeping strike. If we go here to weapon skill, you can probably see that next to Rusty's sword, it has 1:0. That means it is currently level 1 with 0 experience. Now, I cannot level it beyond level 1 because I have no more energy orbs. Throughout this game, we will be getting more. That will come into play later on. For right now, not so much. Alright. And I haven't quite decided how long I want to make these episodes. I've been thinking probably about an hour or so each. That way, you know, we don't have what I like to call the Dragon Ball Z syndrome. Ooh, leveled up. When you level up, it fully heals your HP, and I believe your MP as well, if we come to that point. Ooh, 4 GP. Gotta love a little bit of money. And there is absolutely 0 value in cutting the grass like this. This was just the programmer showing off. But yeah, I'm thinking episodes will probably be about an hour long. To avoid Dragon Ball Z-ing people where, you know, oh hey, we gotta go to the dungeon. Oh hey, it's been 30 minutes and I just got to the dungeon. See you next time. Yeah, I hate it when Let's Plays do that. And I get why they do it. It's for viewer retention, but I personally don't like it. So, I don't think I'm gonna. Here we are in Potos Village, Randy's hometown. Let's talk to Grandma. Did you see that, Randy? A minute ago, something lit up in the sky near the falls. I have a really bad feeling about this. Yeah, that place is haunted. You should stay away from that, Grandma. Oh, she just repeats the same thing. Okay. And yes, I will be doing very bad voice work. If you don't like it, tough. Hey, Randy, stop playing with that sword before you hurt someone. We're just going to walk away. And one of the staples of the Mana series, the dancing shopkeeper. Randy, on an errand for the Elder? Best hurry along. What'll it be? And here we can buy. You probably noticed that we never picked up money besides that 4 GP in the chest. But we have 44 GP. We, in fact, did not start with any money. Oop, wrong button. When you defeat enemies in this game, you will passively get money. It just happens. The game doesn't explicitly tell you that. I cannot pick up a bandana because I don't have enough. I don't have anywhere enough for that. Typically, what would be a good option? Candy would be good, but we're not going to need it for now. So let's just hold off. Anything else? No, I'm good. Be seeing you. Alright. Well, what do you have to say? Randy, the Elder was looking for you. What did you do this time? Nothing. Don't worry about don't worry about the sword. It was just sitting at a waterfall. Not a waterfall. You're sitting in the forest. Wait, no, I'm not supposed to be there either. Quick, run away. And here we have an inn with conspicuously only 3 beds. And 1 room. One night is 5 GP. You want to stay? Nah, I'm good. But I will save my game. You know, it's funny. For all the times that I've played Trials of Mana on the collection, I have not actually played Secret of Mana on the collection, as you just saw. Okay, do we have any other houses up this way? No. But we do have a kid in a cap. There's a strange guy in here. He looks kind of scary. Let's go talk to him. Well, hey. That guy seems to be a knight from somewhere. What's he doing here? Boy, you. Oh, it's you, Randy. Elliot was pale and about to faint. What happened? He can't swim. Apparently. I had some remarkable diving lessons, though. Help! Monsters have surrounded the village! Something's wrong! We'd better stay inside. Alright, that's about it for Potos Village. The Elder wants to see us, so let's talk to him. Randi! You're not hurt! They just told me what happened. Slyly looking at the 55 out of 59. I'm mildly scratched. Oh, I thought you were a goner. I told you it was stupid to bring someone like him along. You idiots! Weren't you told never to go there? Huh? Randi? What's that you... Oh no. It couldn't be. Cool! Did you find the treasure? Way to go! What have you done? How could you have pulled out the Mana Sword? It's impossible! The Mana Sword? The legends say that the village is finished. If the sword is removed... And here it is! It is said that the Mana Sword has been protecting our village from disaster. So that's it. That's why all the monsters are attacking us now. How can an outsider like you yank out the sword and bring doom to us all? Hey, stop it, dude. You did it! It's your fault. You! Dude, please, just stop. Ah, earthquake! And here we see Randy's falling sprite for the second time this episode. But the man from the bar came running out. Help! Monster! You have a sword, don't you? Use it! Alright, this is our first boss battle. Hey, can you hear me? Watch how the monster moves before attacking. And Gem Missile level 0. Our first instance of magic. Now, you're not really meant to win this fight. Randy's unconscious. Mainly for that reason. Now, if we wanted to, or not, I am now down to 5. And he beat me. I am at 0. When you die, this thing happens and you see, quote, the Reaper. But in this particular fight, again, this is kind of your tutorial battle. It's meant to teach you how to attack in the event that you've been mashing against the Rabbites. The man up there, hang on, I'll help you. Clear your mind, wait till you have 100% power, and aim carefully. And he fully heals you. Alright, now let's see about that charging attack. By holding down the attack button when you do an attack, you can actually charge, and once it's fully charged, you can unleash, and you saw I did 28 damage. Randy's unconscious. This guy's probably going to strike me again, and I'm down. Hang on, I'll help you. Clear your mind, wait till you have 100% power, and aim carefully. It's like I just told you. Come on, listen, kid. Now, in this game, I typically don't like using the charge attacks, and I'll show you why here in a minute. But I typically rely on just the basic 100% attack. A lot of reason for that is mainly just because then you don't have, the charge attacks do a lot more damage, but it A, takes a while to charge them up, and B, your movement is inhibited, and I'll show you that here in a minute. You did it. Wait here. I'll pull you up. Wow! That appears to be the real mana sword. What? It's supposed to be pulled out by a knight in times of great trouble. Problem is, you're too young. Something must have happened to the mana sword. Here. Here! It's yours! Sorry, but the sword is losing its power and must be re-energized. And, frankly, I'm too busy with my drink in the bar. You're young, you can do it. And something about only the person who pulled it can do it. So, what should I do? Visit Sage Luca in the Water Palace. She's been protecting these lands for over 200 years. Listen to her advice. Randy, the Elder wants you in his house. Well, I have to be off. Name's Gemma. Drinks, Colin. I'll wait for you inside the Water Palace. The funny thing is... Oh, yeah. I thought the exit was over here. I was going to say, he walked right toward the wall. But no. Turns out, I'm a fool. Alright, so... You probably noticed we got a sword orb there in the battle against the Mantis Ant. And where it says their energy orb 1 out of 2. Now, we still cannot level it because the Rusty Sword is the level 1 version. However, when we... Later on, we'll be able to use that sword orb and upgrade our Rusty Sword. Elder, we cannot go on like this. Yeah, there's no relief in sight. Oh, Randy, you've really done it to me this time. The reason why monsters have appeared is because you removed the sword. It's settled. We can't let Randy stay in the village anymore. If we do, more monsters will come after him. Go. Get out of here. Yeah, on your way. Now. I don't want to have to do this. But I have no choice. I'm going to have to ask you to leave the village. You can take what's in the treasure chest downstairs. Really? You just gonna do me like that? I just saved you all from a Mantis Ant, and you're gonna do me like that. I mean, never mind that it's my fault that the Mantis Ant was here to begin with. That's beside the point. Y'all jerks. Heading out? See you later. You're the only nice one around here. Blam! We got 50 GP. We also got 100 for beating the Mantis Ant. Now, if we talk to him, we get a... Wow, my stick is bad. If we talk to the Elder... I took you in and raised you, but there's nothing I can do to help. Please, forgive me. I know I've told you this before, but... Your mother brought you to this village when you were just a baby. Soon afterwards, she disappeared. I took you and have done my best to raise you. But now, we must part. I truly hope you can find your mother someday. Goodbye, Randy. It's not even my home to begin with. I won't miss you! Now, if we go to the item shop, we can now purchase that bandana. I'm only selling you stuff because the Elder ordered it. What'll it be? Alright, we're going to buy our first additional armor, aside from the overalls that we came with. We could also buy... Let's buy... Okay, there's 3... Can't carry any more. Now, that's something else I want to talk about. two things there. If we go to equip, we now have our bandana, which we can equip alongside the overalls. And we can only hold 4 of a particular item. Now, later on in the game, we will be getting different items, kind of like you saw the medical herb and the cup of wishes that the shopkeep also had. There are other healing items as well. And we'll be getting access to those later on. But now, Potos Village is basically done. There's not really anything left to do here. Have everything you need? Yeah, I guess. You are hereby banished from Potos Village. Now, get out of here. There is actually a glitch you can do to get back in. But I can't remember if you need a second player for it or not. But here we are, on our own. Cannon Travel Center. Hi. We, the Cannon Travel Brothers, are building a global network. Going to the Water Palace? Jem has already left. He paid your way too. Hop in. So you can actually go directly to the Water Palace for free if you wanted to. Don't have to, though. You can say no, walk, and see some additional things. Well, if you want to walk to the Water Palace, head west. Well, it's really southwest that you gotta go. Because you gotta go south first. See, this is what I mean about your movement gets slowed when you're charging. While, yes, you do a ridiculous amount more damage, especially more, you know, at higher levels, your movement is impeded. And in certain battles, that can be a problem. Do I want to check out the Kingdom of Pandora? Like, is there anything worthwhile there? I can't remember. And I know I said I don't normally use them, but these guys move slow enough that it's actually feasible. And plus, it's only the level 1 charge. The Rabbites, on the other hand, these are fast little buggers. Hoppy little bun-buns. And here we see the Mush Boom. Whoa. Randi reaches level 3 with 69 nice HP. And now he's unconscious. Oh, wow, this Mush Boom is messing me up. 30 damage. Yeah, going south takes us to Pandora. Which, there's a lot to do south, but I don't think a lot of that opens up until after... Ow. Until after we go to the Water Palace. Wow, I was facing the wrong direction. You're a stranger. An official notice says we can't allow outsiders in. Yep. Completely blocked. Now, the music in this game is actually absolutely gorgeous. It is composed by Hiroki Kikuta, and this was their first actual outing composing music for a video game. Now, you probably noticed that I was intentionally striking the guy that was coming up behind me with a low power attack. That was just to kind of stun them. and keep them off of me so that I could actually get around. There we go. This little guy is a spring stepper. If you stand on it, it launches you up. Now, spring steppers were not really featured much in Trials of Mana, except in, I think, one place. The sequel, I think, did, or not the sequel, the remake, used them a little more often. A little more often. And I'm stressing a little. There's like 3 separate instances where a spring stepper actually shows up. There's one in Wendell. There's one in the Gust Hall. And there's one as part of Carly's intro story, which I think is actually the same one as the one in Wendell. Medical herb! Welcome to Nekos! I will never be able to do the voice half as good as that one completionist episode, which is probably now gone. Need anything? Really? What'll it be? I heard you're poisoned. It'd be a shame if you let that go. You probably noticed that the prices are different. The price for candy is 20 GP as opposed to the 10 that it was in Potos Village. Neko charges double for everything, but has some of the best items in the game. At least as far as healing stuff right now. Buying things from Neko is very much a, you know, last resort kind of thing. You don't want to spend too much money because Neko will overprice. He will overcharge you. 30 GP a night. I am not paying that. I will save my game. And the reason I'm not paying that is because there is actually another village a little later on, outside of Pandora, that we'll be able to get things at. So, I'm just going to hold off for now. Rabbit gets whacked. That is a critical hit. When an enemy gets, quote, whacked, they get a critical hit. Now, this scene, this actually has some importance. If you talk to these characters a number of times, this will trigger another scene a little later on. And I want to do it because it's funny. It's just for flavor. The scene has no actual weight as far as the actual story is concerned. But we need a whip to get through the shortcut to the castle of Eleni the Witch. That's major dialogue. This mission will be full of danger, but we'll do our best. And if we talk to a third one, major dialogue, all set. Right, let's go. And with that, they're gone. Where do they go? Well, if you step between these stones, as the soldier said, it is a shortcut. But you need a whip. See this post? Can't really see across it. That'll come in handy a little later on. But here we are in the Water Palace. Let's go, Randi. You certainly took your sweet time. You know, I paid for the cannon for you. You could have taken it. I think everybody makes that joke when they do that in this game. Now, I don't like the Water Palace just because of how slow the characters walk on the stairs, and just how many stairs there actually are in this. So, now what? Hey, you! Where's Luca? Hey! How rude. Luca, it's nice to see you again. Welcome. What? You mean this girl's 200 years old? And? The game doesn't give you an indicator, but yeah, I now have full control again. I am free to explore the Water Palace as I see fit. Not that there's anything to explore. That was it. That's all there is in the Water Palace. Luca, monsters are invading villages. He just fought one. I know. The ebb and flow of water brings me news from all around the world. Mana's power is growing weak. And that's why the boy was able to take the sword. When he did, the balance of mana in the area shifted and monsters revived. There are evil monsters working to steal away the power of the mana sword. By defeating those evil monsters, you can restore the sword's mana power. The power is kept inside orbs. It looks like it regained some of the power from the mantis ant. There must be more hidden orbs, which hold the mana power for the sword. And you must find someone who can forge the sword to release its stored power. So that's basically the rundown on how orbs work in the game. Once I was one of Luca's followers, and studied the power of mana, which sustains everything in the world. Gemma, watch out for the Empire. It seeks to gain the mana fortress. You mean the one that destroys the world in that fairy tale? That's no fairy tale, my boy. The Empire is trying to awaken it. The Empire is going to unlock the seals from the world's mana seeds. A bunch of strangers have already started snooping around this palace. Something is very wrong in Pandora. Could the Empire be involved? I don't know, Gemma. See the King of Pandora and tell him to be cautious. Right. I'm on my way. Randi, you go to the cave called Gaia's Navel. Dwarves live in that cave, and they make good weapons, and they know all about weapons. They may know somebody who can reforge and empower the sword of yours. As your sword's power and skill level increase, so too will your ability. Randi, what are you so scared of? Who said I was scared? I'm not scared. I'm not scared of anything. The sword. That is the mana sword. But its power is gone. It used the last ounce of its power to summon you. Power? Eons ago, the ancients used the mana fortress in their final battle. But even they could not control mana. In the end, it was your sword that saved the world. Survivors rebuilt the world to honor mana. Randi, the Empire must not restore the fortress. Regain the sword's power first, or all is lost. What should I do? You must become a hero who is worthy of the sword. Me? Really? That's impossible. Randi, the Empire must not restore the fortress. Restore the sword's power first, or all is lost. Well, what should I do? You must become a hero who is worthy of the sword. So, this is one of those things known as a "but thou must." It's a false dialogue option. You could sit here all day saying, "Who, me?" and she will just repeat that. And it will go through the entire dialogue thing again and again and again. Unlike saying no to Banon in Final Fantasy VI, knits you a Genji glove, no such thing happens here. Okay, I'll do it. Enough. Hold the sword up to the mana seed. For a moment, The seed and the sword became one. You have sealed the mana seed with your mana sword. Now the mana power from the mana seed will be sent only to you and your mana sword. You'll be able to gain mana power from the mana seed wherever you mana are. The world has 8 palaces. Visit them all and receive the power from them all. This is what I'm talking about, the Woolseyisms in the translation. It is very not good. Visit them all and receive the power from them all. Could you say, visit them all and receive their power? Take this spear with you. Mana Guardians used it long ago. Yay! We got a new weapon! It will grow and regain its power just like the sword. There must be more weapons like the spear in the world. Find them. I'll restore you. Want to save the game? This is also part of the reason that I did not spend money at Neko. Is because she does it for free. First, head for Gaia's Navel, like Jenna said. Look for the underground palace. To reach Gaia's Navel, head south through the realm of Pandora. Alright, so we just got ourselves a new weapon. A spear. A simple old spear. Now, if we go over, you can probably see that the rusty sword is 20 with an arrow pointing to 20. The first number, well, the name there is the name of the weapon. The first number is what the attack stat of the weapon currently is. The second number is pointing to what it will become if you equip it. So the spear is ever so slightly stronger than the sword. I also have a really bad habit when I'm playing this game of always wanting to max everything out. It is unfortunately a bad habit, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to break that here, but I will do my best. I will try not to over-level. Not that this game is that hard to begin with anyway. Now, unfortunately, spears cannot get across... Oops, sorry about that. Spears cannot get across the gap. Not that we have to go there anyway. Now the spear, as you can see, let's say I stand here on the pink flower. The spear reaches all the way to that grass. I'm pretty sure the sword does not. The spear has ever so slightly longer reach as well. Now granted, I think that might also just be cosmetic. Help! Oof! Remember when I said that little cutscene would have ramifications later? This scene only plays if you talk to Diluc and his soldiers. Help! Ow! You do not move. Just stay still. You are very lucky. You're going to be our main dish. Help! Let me go! You look delicious. The dancing starts! Hey, the dancing has already begun. Let's join in. Hey! What? What was that? Hey, you! What on earth are you doing, you idiot? Please, please help me. Shh, quiet. Let's get out of here. I owe you my life. What are you doing here? I've been searching for someone. For a second, I thought you were him. Case of mistaken identity, huh? Guess I lose. Now, wait a minute. I'm only joking. Look, I'm in a hurry. You better get back to your home. A little later. Hey, wait! Left without even telling me her name. Danger! Beware of goblins! So yeah, that scene only serves to add flavor. Hey, it's a mushroom. And you, of course, can't see numbers. Did I kill it? I must have killed it. You, of course, can't see the damage numbers behind the trees. That is fixed in Trials of Mana. You actually can there. So it is a mild indicator of what you're doing and where you're at. Now, that rabbite cannot hit us. Mainly because it's on the wrong side of the grass. We, with the spear, can. But notice, the spear doesn't cut grass or foliage, whereas the sword does. That is a mechanic in this game where different weapons have different effects. Now, we were also told by Dialek and his guards that the shortcut there required a whip. So perhaps we might be getting a whip later on. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Ooh, one shot the rabbite. Randi reached level 4. Get back, you mushroom. Probably just horrifically racist. I am surprised those guys have not hit me and poisoned me yet. Those flowers can actually cause poison if they hit you. Nice. Randy's spear reaches level 1. So we've got the sword and the spear at level 1 now. For mobility purposes, I typically will hold on to the sword just because I can cut down foliage with it and get around. Oh, hey. This is Pandora. I was told to let you pass. I was told to let you pass through if you arrived. Sir Gemma of Tasnica is in the castle with our king. Oh, and I wouldn't talk to the people in town. Why? Are they horrifically racist to gingers? Are gingers race? Are they oppressive to gingers? Alright, so let's pop into the item shop and see what they got. Whoa, a customer. Nothing much here, though. Well, let's see what you got. You've got a wristband, I'll take it. Kung Fu suit that Randi cannot equip. And a hair ribbon that Randi cannot equip. Be seeing you. Alright, alright. And we now have 3 different pieces of armor. So there are 3 different kinds of armor. There are body, helmet, and what I'm going to refer to as accessory. That's typically things like wristbands and stuff like that. Could rest up at the inn and save if I wanted to. Want to stay? Help yourself to a bed. Whoa, hold on. You still gotta pay. Nope. But I will save the game. I'm already at full health. Why do I need to pay you? Now, I will be using the save states between episodes. And what I mean by that is, darn it, hit the wrong button again. I am really going to avoid trying to do that. I don't know how to disable that if it's even possible. Actually, it might now be thanks to the Switch firmware update. But anyway, I'm going to try to disable, or I'm going to try to completely remember what it was I was talking about, because my train of thought is officially derailed. Why are you talking to me? I don't know anything. Go away. You seem really nervous. Why do you have a... Can I ask you a question? Why do you have a water wheel hooked up to your kitchen? Like, you have fire here, a water wheel right outside. What are you doing? Is anyone else suspicious of that, or is that just me? See? Water wheel. Right next to his kitchen. Alright, pop into this house. Remarkable conversationalist. Grandma's grown senile and won't say a thing. There are men who would consider you the luckiest man alive. And here we have a unique character. Some people are gathering in the ruins to the south of this town. Odd things have been happening ever since. Grandma goes there. That is a character who will become important later on. We'll not spoil it yet. The master and his daughter are at the castle arranging her marriage. The master and his daughter are at the castle arranging her marriage. Oh, right. Now I know what they mean. I always forget. I'll explain what I mean here in a minute, because that's actually where we're headed. You too, stunning conversationalist. Help my mama and papa. What happened to mom and dad? That's 4 people now that are just absolutely just masters of articulation. Their dulcet tones, their choice in vernacular, and their particular method of articulation. This is awful. It's as though they've lost their will to live. Don't you ever shut up? See, you're just rude. It's a little joke that, you know, the other guys we've talked to just don't talk. She's just a bitch. Now, you probably noticed this shop had an armor sign. This is an actual armor shop, but we cannot buy what they're selling because something's up with the shopkeeper. This is Pandora's Castle. I think there are treasures you can actually collect. Although I don't know if you can get them now. I think this is the soldiers' barracks. Dialect's battle squad went to the witch's castle, but hasn't returned yet. My life is precious, and so is my stash. And this place is dangerous, so I'm moving away. How many people do you know? They can have an epic green mustache. Most of the townspeople and soldiers have turned into zombies. Is that what's going on with them? Actually, I've also been assigned to the witch hunt. But I didn't want to get hurt, so I pretended to be sick. Don't tell anyone. Why are you telling me? Oi! That guy? Complete coward. This is Pandora's Castle. Why are the people in the southern ruins wearing strange masks? I have no idea. The Empire attacked us once about 15 years ago. Really? I wonder if Dialect is going to be back soon. He promised he'd play with me then. Have you ever seen an enormous tree called a mana tree? Because I sure haven't. The witch up north must be up to no good. People are acting strange recently. Oh, so it was the witch. This land has had it. It has been cursed by a witch. So it's the witch that's causing people to act funny. I sense something evil in the ruins to the south. Wait, was that the little girl?
I sense something evil in the ruins to the south.
Sir Elman arranged his daughter's marriage. I feel sorry for her. You should be upstairs now. Dad, you're impossible. I'll make my own decisions about my life. Hey, it's the guy I saved. Say what? You're a swordsman. You don't say. Oh, you mean this. This is great. I need your help. I helped you, didn't I? It's your turn. We're going to teach that witch a lesson. We're going to save Diluc. But they're trained professionals and I'm just a schmuck. Why do you want me? There are guards downstairs, although one of them's a bit of a coward and the other one's... yeah. But I've got to go to the underground palace. Later. Right, let's go. I'm Randi. Oh, call me... Please name this young lady. Now, her name is Prim. P-R-I-M-M. You could also say it is. You can also say Purim, P-U-R-I-M. But I believe the official international name is Prim, spelled just like this. Okay, you can call me Prim. And we now have our second party member. And she comes equipped with a spike knuckle, a new weapon that Randi does not have any experience using. If we were to go over to this, you find out that it is one of the 8 weapons that we have. On the other hand, if we were to look at... Can we? No, we cannot. If we pull up her menu, you can see that she does not have any experience using any weapon. Prim! I hate you, Dad! I am not returning to this place ever. So, for the longest time, and I always forget it, I thought that Prim was the princess of the castle. I keep forgetting that she's not, that she's just the townsperson, and that her father brought her to the castle to arrange her marriage to somebody else. But she's got a thing for Diluc. Randi, you're here. I suppose you've seen what happened to the people. The witch Eleni is draining people's energy. Those people are going to the ruins to the south, to the southern part of this town. I'll have a look around. Head for Gaia's navel. Okay, can do. Oh dear, up to now this has been such a peaceful country. This is the first time I've seen the king looking so troubled. This is the king's room. This is the king's bedchambers. This is the treasure house. I must guard it for the knight in the legend. Technically, that's me. Although, as mentioned before, schmuck. What a nightmare. The people in my country are acting like zombies. The troops I sent to fight the witch were captured. Have you tried using sunflowers? What? You and Dad made Diluc go to the witch's castle? How dare you try to drive Diluc and me apart? How rude! Be that way. Let's go, Randi. Expelled from your village? Well, this realm too is having problems. It would probably be the best if you also left this country right away. Wow. Oh, you're expelled? Well, can't stay here. Get lost. And in here is nobody. that is it for Pandora. Although we are going to go back into town. I realized there was a lot of talking. But, you know, this is an RPG. That's what you do. If you're a D&D player, you know it's not all about going murder hobo. Because if that's the game you're looking for, play a beat 'em up. But before we go, there is one thing I'm going to do. If you were to press the select button, also the minus button on Switch, you can switch to maintain control of Prim. So Randi will take the secondary role. Now, let's look at Prim's stats. You probably notice her strength, she starts at level 1. Her strength is a lot lower than Randy's was at level 1. His was around 13, hers is 9. Constitution's pretty decent, agility's pretty decent, her evade's a little lower, her hit's a little lower. She is not a frontline fighter like Randi. Although she will be doing a lot of frontline fighting, something to keep in mind is that, unlike Randi, she has MP. She will eventually become a spellcaster. What kind of spellcaster? Well, that remains to be seen. Right now, I don't know what she has in terms of armor. Let's check. You can also hit the Y button to bring up the ring menu. You can push the X button to swap between, or to swap to a new character. All right, so she doesn't have a hairpiece. She has a kung fu suit. She does. Sorry about the creaky chair. She does not have a helmet or a wristband, or accessory point, piece, something. So let's buy one of those for her, and a hair ribbon. Anything else? Nah, we're good. And you probably noticed that the hair ribbon gave her 3 defense, whereas Randy's bandana only gives him 2. See? Different armor pieces can only be equipped to certain characters, and they will only give a certain amount of defense. They may give a different value of defense. Now, the remake of Secret of Mana does a much better job explaining all of that, as well as all of the benefits that a lot of them have. But as it stands, we can't see, and I'm going to have to look up a whole bunch of that stuff. But anyway, that is going to be it. It is about the 1 hour mark. Do let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I want to know, if this could be a thing. This is the first episode, the first true thing that I've been uploading to YouTube in a very, very long time. So I want to know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. My name is Castor. You can usually find me on Twitch when I'm live. I'm never live, so I don't know why you'd find me there. And on Twitter, links will be in the description below. Have a good one.